Hey guys, cool. Welcome to another video here on the Nober Motorsport channel, of course. As you can see up here, we have the A3. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the remap, about my impressions after the remap, the difference between the JB4 and the remap. What difference did I feel? We will also discuss what was installed in the car. We will show some clips of the car running, accelerating, the car on the dynamometer, among many other things. But straight away, let me tell you that the remap was done at Eurotune in Nito's Eurotune workshop, which is a top-class workshop and always offers a killer service. There's nothing more to say. It's sincerely the best there. I do all my maintenance there, okay? So for those who are interested in maintenance and preparing the car, there's no doubt it's Eurotune. So let's go. I'll show you and tell you the changes we have made to the car, then I'll tell you about the power. Okay, the performance part that we put together, we have a carbon fiber intake that takes in air directly from the grill. We have a pipe here that is slightly bigger than the original one. We have the inlet, which is from the turbine, and there's also the muffler down there, which pertains to another part of the turbine from which the air comes from the intercooler. For performance, we also have a 3-inch stainless steel downpipe which was installed. The turbine is original and it hasn't been modified. It's an original IS-20, and we have a complete 3-inch stainless steel catchback with 4 outlets at the back. That's all that was changed. We didn't modify the spark plug or the fuel pump. Otherwise, everything is as it came from the factory. We managed to achieve a substantial gain. We managed to reach 280 horsepower. Actually, it was 281, but I round it down to 280. Many people would perhaps round up. So it was 281 horsepower. That translates to 280 horsepower on regular gasoline, okay? We had a gain of 50 kilograms of torque. Okay, what difference did I feel in the car after the remap? I think the car should be started in the morning. With regards to the JB4, I can't talk about the other chips because I've tested those as well. For those who don't know, I've tested the JB4, Race Chip, Torque 1, CPA, DigiPower. I've tried multiple brands. There are a lot of chip brands that I've tried. They're all very good. Torque 1 is very good, CPA is very good, JB4 is very good. There are a lot of very good chip brands for those who don't want to void the car's warranty, to be able to sell the car in its original state and so on. I chose to do the remap because I've tried so many chips, and in order to give my own opinion on the remap, I had to do it on my own car. After 4 years with various pigback chips testing in the car, I was able to have the remap, and it's been a while, I think about 2 weeks since I've had the car with the remap. I can give you my thoughts and differences I noted from the pigback chip to the remap. I'll even compare it to the JB. For the JB4, I found that the car, in the morning when we start it cold, or even at any other time when the car is cold, starts up and runs smoother. With the JB4, it wasn't as smooth. Not a problem with the JB4 by any means, but I think the car starts smoother. I've already made 2 trips. I've driven the car on 2 lengthy trips. I made 2 trips. One was 600 kilometers. It was 300 kilometers there and 300 kilometers back. And one was 50 kilometers there and 50 kilometers back. I went easy on the way there to see consumption, and then I accelerated on the way back. On the way there, I went easy. It averaged 12 to 13 kilometers on autopilot, driving straight for 300 kilometers at that speed without acceleration. On the way back, while accelerating, it averaged 5 to 6, but then driving at 200 or 220, 230 and so on. So, on the return trip, it was the big. Besides, day-to-day driving, let's talk a little about day-to-day driving. The car with more torque obviously drives better uphill, downhill, on a ramp. It's so much more enjoyable to drive the car, and I felt that the car is... It seems that the car runs smoother with the remap than with the pigback. The engine seems to require less effort and knows what it is doing. So it appears that the car is indeed smoother. These are just my impressions for people interested in performance or maintenance. In case you didn't know, my A3 is a 2016 2-liter turbo 220. I've already had an issue. Obviously it's out of warranty, but I had a problem with the water pump, which would have been really cool if Audi could have replaced it. At the time, it was under warranty for me. They should even extend the time, right, for the people who have these cars, because these cars always have problems with the water pump. It's not cheap, but I had the replacement done at Euroton, which provided a great 10 out of 10 service. The replacement was done in a single working day. It was finished in one day and delivered the next day. Also, I always use Motul 8100 for oil changes. So I always use the best quality Motul oil, and I always use NGK. These are the spark plugs that I like and know are of good quality. Next, the suspension. I will talk a bit more about the car. Either ways, we recently installed new wheels that we bought from the sport car. These wheels are the BBS Fur size 18. They are the same wheels for those curious that Petrord used on his BMW. That's the same BMW he is planning to raffle off, if I'm not mistaken. So these are the same wheels. The only difference is that I believe his are size 19 and mine are size 18. The wheels are BBS model Fur with a size of 8.5, so they are not that wide. I mounted them on Hankook tires on the Ventus 512. Let me show you these wheels. They are quite beautiful. Their paintwork is called chrome black, but it's not really chrome nor black. It's a little grayish, as you can see in the video. You can even compare it here with the car. The car is black and the wheel is a bit grayish, but the color is labeled as chrome black. The wheel is already labeled Forge here. Very beautiful and cool. I used the tire size 235/4018 because I didn't want a low profile tire and risk hitting a pothole and damaging the wheel. I also got the tire a bit wider than original so we can have a bit more traction. Compared to our previous ones, these wheels do not protrude as much, but their offset is still cool. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you, and the exhaust also was done there at Naviga Exhausts. So that's pretty much it, guys. For anyone who has any questions, if you want to upgrade your car or if you want to do maintenance, if you have a problem with the water pump or need to change your brakes,